Arizona Cardinals at the Philadelphia Eagles, little NFC East matchup here. Cardinals-Eagles. Eagles favored by 10.5.
The Chicago Cardinals.
Chicago Cardinals.
Or wherever they were before they were the Chicago Cardinals.
I love when the Cardinals play the NFC East during the season. All the throwbacks. Eagles favored by 10.5 here. Eagles finished the season Giants, Cardinals, Giants in their games, right? So they went through that run, that lull. They beat the Giants last week. They should win these last two. And if the Niners slip up, the Eagles have a chance at that number 1 seed still.
The Racine Cardinals. That's where they were before Chicago.
Is that in Illinois?
I would assume
Racine,
so.
Illinois?
I would guess so. I doubt they've moved at that point.
Sounds like Illinois. Yeah.
Before that, they were the Morgan Athletic Club.
Football's evolved.
It's come a long way.
It's grown.
The Morgan Athletic Club now has a giant stadium dome in the desert with a field that rolls out into the
When the NFL
sun.
did their top 100, I think they grabbed 5 players from the Morgan Athletic Club in the top 100.
Beady Feathers.
Gil Brandt, rest in peace, was like telling you all about all these guys.
People got so mad at that. The idea that it might have been good players back in the 30s and 40s and whatever.
Yeah, it should have been post-merger. Anyway, let's go. I want a post-merger top 100. That'd be way more fun.
Yeah.
For everybody involved.
Since the merger. The Cardinals are not very good. The Eagles are quite good. Therefore, they should win quite comfortably.
I agree. The Eagles are the better bird. Better football team.
Eagle would kick the crap out of a Cardinal in the fight.
That's why it's 10.5.
Right.
Pretty clear. The one thing I'll say here is the Eagles' offense. I just want to see them play well. I mean, I'm not rooting for it. I'm just saying you want to see them play well into the playoffs. They have all the pieces. They have all the answers. I mentioned in the review show against the Giants last week where Devontae Smith was getting his and A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert. That feels like the best version of the Eagles' offense. It still exists. It's still there. It was very inconsistent during their tough stretch of games when they were playing the Niners and the Bills and the Cowboys twice and the whole deal. But that's what they're going to need come playoff time. My description of the Eagles being able to win in multiple ways, they need to get back to that. I do have concerns about Philly's defense getting into the playoffs, their corners, their back seven generally, the inconsistent pass rush. Is the pass rush inconsistent because they're not killing teams like they were last year? Like, what's the deal? They're still good, but it's not the great Eagles defensive line.
I forget who it was. Was it Joe Buck on the commentary for this last game against the Giants that was sort of saying the problem the Eagles are facing right now is that they could win by 50 in the next 3 games, and we're still not going to know if any of the problems are solved because the 2 games are against the Giants and then this Cardinals game, right? They're supposed to win all those games.
Right.
They're supposed to win them relatively comfortably. So all of the worries we had, the offense isn't firing on all cylinders and the defense isn't as good as last year, you're not going to know if that's fixed because the competition, the level, the bar just got set so low that you couldn't help but clear it. So
completely agree.
I think it's a very real concern. Like, you would expect Philadelphia's offense to look like it did last week, which is much better, and have the capacity to have that drive whenever they need it or if they get into a hole. And you would expect the defense to look a bit better because it's Arizona, and Arizona's offense is, it's talented. It can move the ball. It's feisty, but it's not great. So it's a game they should win by double digits, but it might not mean anything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that we learned a lot about the Eagles over the next couple of weeks. I agree. We might not learn anything until they get into round 2, potentially. Play Dallas, play San Francisco, play, maybe round 1 if they get a Rams matchup or, a tough one. But yeah, it's a take care of business game. That's why it's a 10-plus point spread. Where are you going in this one? Philly by 10.5. Oh, really quick for Arizona. I still believe Kyler Murray's playing for his future in Arizona. Maybe Arizona doesn't believe it. I don't know. But I still want to see more from Kyler in these last couple of weeks.
Okay.
I needed to say something about the Cardinals.
Oh, I see.
And plus, it's not a show if we don't say Dennis the Barbarian Gardeck.
The Barbarian.
He needs 5 sacks to reach 10, right?
Yeah. Is it 5, 4?
4 in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah. So he needs 2 this week.
All right. So Jalen Hurts this week. Stafford next week. No, Purdy next week.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, doesn't look great for the Barbarians' chances,
Just get a 4-sack game.
He just needs one
start
of those
first.
games where the 49ers run out of offensive linemen again, and he's going up against Colton
Yes.
McKivitz at left
could
tackle,
happen.
and
That could happen.
yeah,
Philly by 10.5. Where are you going with this one?
Eagles.
I will also take the Eagles. I think they're gonna look good these last few weeks, and then see what happens getting into the playoffs.